Alright, fuck faces, what's going on? I'm back on for a little while. Not really the game, but just here to conversate. Talk TV. Talk, uh, what's out now? What's coming? Somebody convinced me to watch The Witcher because I seen the first season, I kind of liked it, but there's nothing that's drawn me to the second season. Oops, wrong button. Wrong button again. Alright, here we go. Okay. Shoot you little motherfuckers in the face. Shoot you in the fucking kids are invincible. They're ghosts. They're ghost kids. Alright, kids are creepy. I tried to kill your kids. I apologize for that. I didn't know they were already dead. Can't break stuff. I want to break that so bad. That doesn't make any sense. Your people will die believing in that. Alright. What is your creepy ass doing over here? I bet you do. Worry about who I am, bitch. Who am I? Bitch that'll shoot you in your face. Pause. No, I'm not a bitch. The character is a bitch. I forgot what the fuck I was doing to this game. Thank God I'm not here to play. I'm just here to, you know, wait for you guys to come and join me so we can have this conversation. Okay, I already. Wait a minute. Oh, alright. Another boring Friday night, and it's not even Friday no more. It's Saturday morning now. I figured I'd be asleep by now, but that Nas I drank kind of kept me up. So, just running on fumes at the moment. Nas fumes. And I have one for the morning, but that's for work. I should probably put that in the refrigerator. But I don't feel like moving whatsoever. Super lazy mode. Alright, I'm just gonna leave this up on the screen long enough for you guys to read it, because I'm not reading to you. Fuck, I look like Roy Detrice. That is a Game of Thrones audiobook reference, if you don't know. So, Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. Read to you by Roy Detrice. He died. So even if like fucking what's it called? When the winter comes out, it's not gonna feel the same because Roy Detrice read every Game of Thrones book to me. It's like being a little kid and then like you need a book being read to you before you go to bed type shit, but your mom's not gonna be there to read it to you and your aunt does it and it's not the same. So that's really gonna feel weird. But the dude that plays damn, I forget every character's name damn near in Game of Thrones. But the Mormont dude that was in love with Daenerys. The dude that plays Batman in the Teen Titans show. He's the new narrator for the, well, he has been a new narrator in for some of the Game of Thrones books. And it's not bad. He narrated the audiobook for what is it? The Greens versus the Blacks. The new show that's coming out now. Dance of Dragons. He read that audio book, so it's gonna be pretty good. And if the Dance of Dragons song, what is it called? The Dance of Dragons, Song of Dragons, or something like that. If HBO does this right, and hopefully they will, Dan and Dave has nothing to do with this show, which guys has me a little excited. It's really going to be good. I don't know where they're going to get the budget for all of these dragons that's in the story. Hopefully they don't write around it, because some of those fucking dragon fights are epic, like super epic. So definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, I can't think of any TV shows that are coming soon that I'm kind of excited about. Like, most of the things that I was excited about are already out. Yellow Jackets is out and finished, is complete. Peacemaker just came out. The MCU doesn't really... matter of fact, let's stop right there, because I've only seen one episode of Peacemaker, but Peacemaker already seems like it could be better than every TV show in the MCU. Just off of one episode. Like, Disney... I know Disney bought ABC, but every show that the MCU or like the Star Wars shows, it looked like they just could have been on ABC. You could have split them up in between ABC and the Disney Channel, and like TV ratings would have skyrocketed. But now the new thing is streaming. Like, who's streaming better? And right now, for me, for my buck, if I had to get one streaming service, it'll probably be HBO Max. Next would probably be next one after that would probably be Disney Plus. But HBO Max with the full package, like Cartoon Network, I can finish watching all of Adventure Time. I could actually start Adventure Time from the beginning to end. Like, 'cause I kind of started not in the middle, but I started at a point and ended at a point, and it was nowhere near. It was like filler episodes, but they were dope. What else? Young Justice. 2 more episodes of Young Justice. I mean, 2 more episodes. 2 more seasons of Young Justice that I've yet to complete. I believe it's on its 4th season, I want to say. Yeah, I think Young Justice is on its 4th season. So, and that's just like the tip of the iceberg as far as like the things that like HBO, like the obscure shows that used to come out, like Carnival. People don't really know about like that. Carnival, Rome is actually like probably one of the most slept on, along with Deadwood. Rome and Deadwood are probably the 2 most slept on TV shows to come out ever, probably. Both probably have like 2.5 seasons each. Because they were niche shows. Like, Rome was about ancient Rome, but it didn't have the spiciness of a Spartacus, you know what I mean? But I don't think there would be a Spartacus without Rome, because Rome was super edgy, but it was like dialogue heavy. It was I guess try to be historically accurate, but at the same time, like, throw extra little spices into it to make that final recipe just chef's kiss, you know what I mean? people that you probably didn't really read about in history that they put in the show that they probably just made up, like Titus Pillow and Lucius Varenus. Like the stories and how they intertwined with like Julius Caesar and how they depicted Cleopatra. Like all of this shit was gorgeous. It was beautiful. It was well done. And a lot of the actors from those shows are like some of the biggest actors went on to become bigger actors after. Like the actor who played Titus Pillow ended up becoming the Punisher in the second Punisher movie, Punisher Warzone, I think it was called. I didn't really like that movie, but a lot of people did. They probably thought it was like, I guess they looked at it as a honest Punisher depiction, but and that actor went on to do a lot more things, and the actor who played Lucius Varenus went to do other things. The actor the actress who played Lucius Varenus' wife ended up being the mother of the Sand Snakes in Game of Thrones, and I had the biggest crush on her. Like, she was fucking gorgeous. She still is. I forget her name, but god damn, that is that makes me want to write down a topic for another stream one day. TV and movie crushes, because goddamn, I have a long list. Like from Jennifer Bill, starting from that Frankenstein movie. What was it called? The Bride. Like starting from that all the way up to now to like Tessa Thompson and goddamn Tessa Thompson. Oh, and the girl that plays Miss Sandy in Game of Thrones. I'll go to jail for just thinking about the shit I'll do to them. Like they can like consent to what I want to do to them. And like there'll be certain countries like, yo, nigga, you 30 days, bro. I don't know. You were not supposed to eat shit like that out of an asshole. You ate that out of an asshole, nigga. Go to jail. But yeah, television definitely was my thing. Like television and movies. Like after my kid gaming like phase. I don't even want to say it was a phase because I continued gaming through like my movie and I think movie and TV shows was probably more of a phase than video games, because video games ended up being a lifelong thing for me. Whether it be like my competitive nature or just my fondness for art. Back to the topic at hand. I think I said I wasn't looking forward to anything that's coming out. Game of Thrones, it's Game of Thrones, so I am looking forward to it, but also like super wary of, well, Dan again is not involved. Dan and Dave, or whatever the fuck their names are, they're about to go fuck up Star Wars. So whoever's a Star Wars fan, I'm sorry. Even though I think I remember hearing something about them getting taken off or whatever Star Wars project they were supposed to work on. Which, if that is the case, you guys are lucky. You dodged the bullet, because as a Game of Thrones fan, what they did to Game of Thrones was probably, let me think of something. think of something that was like already existing that was transformed into another media besides video game movies. We're not gonna do that because fucking that last Resident Evil movie, boy, golly. All right. Oh, we don't even wanna. Oh my god. Like, Mortal Kombat came out, and then you're like, all right, you can't go nowhere but up after Mortal Kombat. But yeah, Resident Evil came out, and they said, "Hold my beer, watch this." So yeah, not even talking about like things like that. Let's talk about like another one, like Sopranos is a good example. A perfect TV show. Last couple seasons kind of were shaky for me. I could watch it again though, because I was like super younger, and I watched it as it was like real time as it was coming out. I didn't like have to go back and watch Sopranos as a curious kid or whatever. I lived through Sopranos. So, living through it and being younger at the time and not fully understanding, because there's a lot of movies like I didn't understand that were my favorite movies, but there were certain plots and certain parts of certain things that I didn't understand being younger. And then growing up, you look at things different, like, oh shit, that's what they meant by whatever, and it kind of turns into a different movie or a different TV show after you realize what was going on. Like The Wire, another show that people probably didn't watch like that, another HBO classic, but like it's another show that if you're watching it, like let's say if you start watching it when you're 17, and then you go back to it when you're like 23, 24, 25, it's a total different TV show to you. Because you have a different respect for different characters. You're looking at characters different because you grew up. You're not the kid that you were the first time you watched it. Like, I don't know. With Sopranos, for me, the only thing that didn't change at all for me was Christopher Moltisanti is probably still my favorite character in all the TV. Especially like gangster media, movies, TV, books. Chrissy Moltisanti, Sonny Corleone, Al Neri, which is more of a Godfather book character, but Al Neri was always fire to me. Billy Costigan from Departed. List goes on. I can keep going with gangster movie characters that were my favorite. I forgot what I titled this stream. Let's talk about what I titled this stream. What was it? Oh, Peacemaker is Deadpool. Yeah. Peacemaker is the DCEU's Deadpool from the first episode I saw. Like, it's like the supporting cast is going to be like the type of supporting cast that would be around Deadpool if he had a TV show. Like, yeah, it just seems like it's interchangeable. Just add the fourth wall breaking element to it, and it could definitely be a Deadpool show. And that's not saying anything bad at all about Peacemaker, because Peacemaker is his own thing, his own entity, if you will. But you can definitely see certain it resembles Deadpool a little bit. Certain features are, you know what I mean, have a resemblance. Especially like at the end, like of the first episode, when it got like super gory out of nowhere. Like, just that X-rated, not X-rated, but you know what I mean, that level of like blood and gore, and it was like cutty cut, stabby stab. I don't want to spoil anything too much, but it got really, well, I don't want to say dark, because Peacemaker is like, he is Deadpool, but he doesn't know it. He's sexist, racist, um, and he says fucked up shit, and doesn't know he's saying it. Like, what he's saying is fucked up. Like, I'll spoil this. There's a sweet cheese joke where, like, he doesn't know, like, sweet cheese means, like, the ass. He's like, no. Like, that would, like, be calling the, like, he's talking to a big black girl, like, that would be calling, like, calling you sugar tits. Which you wouldn't have sugar tits. Sugar tits are, like, for, like, more perky, flatter chested girls. Like, and then you're pointing at a white girl like you. So, like, it's, you could tell, like, Deadpool would say that exact same thing, but mean it, knowing what he was talking about. As to where Peacemaker is just fucking oblivious. Like, there's a super darkness to that character. That I don't know. I'm not too read on Peacemaker. I'm not too familiar with that character before the, like, I kind of would consider myself a comic book kid growing up, but the Peacemaker does not sound familiar. Like, I don't remember that character at all growing up. So, yeah. And another thing, like, well, this probably doesn't have anything to do with Deadpool, but something that makes Peacemaker cool is well, one, the surrounding characters, and one of them being his dad, and like that silver helmet that he has, Peacemaker. There's like different variants of it, and I'll just probably leave it at that for people who haven't taken that chance and seen Peacemaker, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest John Cena fan, and it might just stem from wrestling, because I was a wrestling fan, and I think John Cena probably was the cherry on top to make me stop watching wrestling. So I still had that little bit of resentment. But hey man, John Cena as an actor in certain roles, bro. I mean, just like how you put Dave Bautista in certain roles, and The Rock is starting to expand his acting repertoire a little bit, but most of the time he's gonna play the big, brooding, smart mouth muscle guy who's not as dumb as he looks. Vin Diesel usually plays the type of guy that's as dumb as he looks. So like, hey, he's stupid. I'm still this. Try to put it back later before his steroid neck ass catch me. The Rock at least out right there, let you steal it, and then talk to you about it later. So why'd you take the wallet? What you mean? Why I take the wallet? I didn't take no wallet. And then he'll just lift you up on one hand and check your pockets with the other one. And The Rock is smart. Like, he found a sidekick that wouldn't overshadow him. Like, Kevin Hart brings just as much funny, well, no shit. I don't even say Kevin Hart brings fun, because he, besides his own old stand-up, Kevin Hart's not that funny to me. And I'm talking about like old stand-up. So, but Yeah, Kevin Hart plays the same roles, and The Rock plays the same roles in every movie, especially the ones that they're in together. Like, you can't picture fucking The Rock playing the Wesley Snipes role in True Story. The Rock would have beat that little nigga ass, like, and the mob ain't like we need a remake. We need a season 2 where Kevin Hart cousin come through. Oh yeah, man, I'ma help take care of you, man. You paid that security guard $3 million and he left and never came back. So now it's The Rock. And that show wasn't that bad either. It just took me a few hours for me to take Kevin Hart serious, but yeah, other than that, it was a pretty good show. I watched it straight through. Um, what else came out? I think Lovecraft Country might have been late 2021. I mean, early 2021 or late 2022. I mean, late 2020. But Lovecraft Country to me definitely it's gonna go up there. And Watchmen. People might not have like Watchmen as much, but Watchmen, Lovecraft Country, two shows that will probably never see a second season. Probably like for another 10-15 years or something like that. They're gonna do like the Deadwood treatment to them. Unless we get a pleasant surprise, because I'm a super fan of those shows. But Lovecraft Country is definitely gonna be one of those shows where you see the actors that were in it and what they do after, and you be like, oh yeah, I remember them from that show. Like, this dude is already Kang the Conqueror, the dude that played Tick. Can't remember his name. I'm not going on Google to do all that work, but again, he's been around for a minute. Dope ass actor. And now he's on the MCU. His girlfriend, the girl that played his wife or girlfriend, she's in the DCEU. She's Black Canary. Black Canary. The Black Canary. With secret, I'm black, but I don't know how I feel about a Black Canary. I'm used to her being like leather jacket, blonde hair. Like I wouldn't even have mind of her being fucking huntress. Like a biracial huntress, cool. Huntress kind of seems like not biracial, but kind of exotic. The way she's drawn, I think she's like, I mean, Italian, so they kind of draw her with like black hair and olive kind of complected skin. Oh, that's the way I kind of imagine it in my head. But I always imagine Black Canary, leather jacket, blonde hair. I don't mind at all. I mean, she's a dope actress. She's fucking beautiful. She was a child actress. I want to say she was in Full House when I was a kid. Like, you know how every TV show got that little light-skinned black girl or light-skinned black kid. It all started with Raven Simone playing Olivia. She's the OG waffle colored baby. But yeah, she was the first one. But after that, there was a whole bunch of waffle colored babies. Family Matters got them one. The little kid that used to do the Michael Jackson impersonations and shit. And the Full House, I want to say that was her. And matter of fact, That's Juicy Smoothie sister. Fun fact. Juicy Smoothie. But yeah, man. Um, it's been a real interesting past few years in TV, and there's shows that I haven't even seen yet that I'm dying to watch. Like, um, what's it called? Handmaid something? Handmaid's Tale or something? I've never seen an episode of that. Been dying to watch it. Um, I have to finish Yellow Jackets. That first episode of Yellow Jackets is like first episode of Game of Thrones top tier. And the thing about Game of Thrones, the first episode of Game of Thrones, the things that brought you into Game of Thrones only happened in the first 3 minutes and the last 3 minutes of that episode. Like, the White Walkers in the beginning, or the Whites, I forget which ones are which, but them in the beginning, and young British Matt Damon fighting him in the beginning, and him dying, and then Bran watching. Oh, all right, the first 10 minutes, because when they find their dire wolves, that's fire. Like, shit like that. Daenerys' story really didn't get too intriguing. Varys and Littlefinger, I don't even think you've seen them in the first episode. You wondered about the Hound because he looked cool. Jaime Lannister just looked like the dickhead prince from Shrek, so he wasn't too interesting yet. So yeah, I want to say like the first 10 minutes and like the last 2 minutes of the first episode of Game of Thrones, which to me is, besides now, the first episode of Yellow Jackets is the best first episode in TV. And I think now Yellow Jackets first episode, best episode in TV. And I'm one of those people that tell people, like, if you like Game of Thrones, watch that first episode. I mean, if you've never seen it, watch the first episode and it'll let you know if you like it or not. Yellow Jackets is like, hands down, bro. If you just Yellow Jackets, I'm not even gonna tell you, like, I had never seen any other episode after the first episode, and I'm already telling people, like, yo, watch Yellow Jackets. And now everybody's telling me that I promoted it too. It's like, yo, it's so good. It's so good. It's crazy. I'm like, yo, shut up. Don't talk to me about it yet, please, because I have to catch up. And everybody that I talked to about it, like, I just talked to them about the first episode, and they're done. They finished it in a day. So for those who haven't watched or heard of Yellow Jackets, do your Googles. Look it up. You'll definitely enjoy it. But yeah, I think we're gonna do this often. Like, we're just gonna talk TV, movies, other media, maybe music. I'm a super, well, I don't want to say super hip-hop head, because that means I listen to everything, and I don't listen to everything. But I have my little pocket of hip-hop that I listen to. And if I hear something's good, I definitely dabble into that. But we'll talk. We'll definitely have conversations. This is a 30-minute stream, and I have done nothing impactful in this game yet. Which I probably don't have to. I can just... I've done this before. I don't think I streamed this. Little creepy white boy walking off by himself. I don't trust you. We do not trust you. I have to enunciate my words better. I listened to one of my older streams, and it just sounds like a whole bunch of mumble. But it's partly because of my speech impediment. And also I have a shitty mic. So, right now, this is what you're gonna get. I apologize, but we're definitely gonna upgrade. We're going to upgrade soon. And not because I'm trying to make my stream more lucrative for myself, but only because, like, I'm enjoying myself doing this. Nobody's in this stream right now, and I'm talking to you guys like this is what I do for a living, and it's not. I'm a line cook. I'm a line cook that enjoys video games, and I'm old as shit. I might sound like a kid, but I look like a kid too, but I'm definitely older than what you would think. We're gonna do a Guess My Age stream one day too. Wait, I didn't save this? Because I reached the statue and I saved it. That's crazy. I don't... Alright. That doesn't make any sense to me. I definitely thought I saved this. Recent news. What's new in the news? Let's think. Pokemon creating controversy with her streaming, watching television. I think that's probably why I came up with this little TV talking stream. But yeah, I really have no opinion on what people do on their own streams. It's their business. For me, I use Twitch for gaming. If I wanted to do something else, I mean, I use Twitch for gaming, and I use Twitch to talk to you guys and chop it up and shit. But if there's anything else I wanted to do, I would probably do it on a different platform. I mean, if it was like movie reviews or reactions, like I definitely wouldn't sit here and watch a whole movie, especially with the movies I watch. It'll bore you to death. And well, no, I wouldn't. I watch pretty good movies, but they're like the last. All right. Besides like all the horror movies that I just sit through and just like popcorn type shit, probably The Green Knight was the last real movie of substance that I've watched. The Green Knight, let me think. I watched The Green Knight. I don't know. I smoke weed. It'll take me a little while to think about what was the last good movies I've seen. But The Green Knight was definitely one of them. And I've seen more. I just can't think right now. So does anybody have an update on when the fuck the season 2 of Invincible's coming out? Because yeah, Daddy needs that. Like if that comes out, you know what? I know when it's coming out. No, I don't. Oh, alright. It might premiere on Father's Day, because I'm about to say that, like, on Father's Day, that would be perfect. But I think, the season finale last year was on Father's Day, which was fucking fire. I didn't even notice that until it was, like, mentioned a day after. I knew it was Father's Day, and I knew it was the season finale of Invincible, but to have that episode on the season finale was like, come on. You couldn't have lined that up any more perfect than what the fuck they did. So, Yeah, man. And even though I don't even want to say I know what they're gonna do, because I'm pretty sure Kirkland definitely has um, ideas that he wanted to implement after he came out, like after the fact type shit, which is probably my theory on what he's doing with the Walking Dead spinoff. I forgot the name of that shit, but yeah, I definitely stopped watching Walking Dead. Maybe season. Last boss fight in Walking Dead that I saw was probably the governor. No, yeah, the governor. I saw part of the Negan arc, but I didn't finish it. Like, I probably dipped out for a minute and then came back and watched that one episode where Carl died. And after that, it was just like, I'm good. But then again, he might be retconning his shit, or somebody else is just taking over. But he's definitely retconning some things in Invincible, and that I don't mind. Definitely don't mind that. Alright. I have to go to the bathroom, and I don't feel like getting up right now. So I'm gonna sit here until I muster up the energy to leave my bed. Like, and I'm sitting on my bed, not like laying down in pervs. But yeah, man. If you wanna have future conversations like these and about any other random subject that you guys want to talk about, man, follow the channel. Follow the channel. We're gonna try to do a whole bunch of things different here, and if not different variants of things that shit I would enjoy, because I'm more of a fan and follower and viewer and subscriber than you guys. Well, I want to say subscriber on Twitch, but and it's not to say I don't support, but because my support is more of, like, let's say if you're a big streamer, I'll bring up something and maybe one of their moderators will catch eye of it, and they're like, oh shit, Bushido got a point. And it's big bro Bushido. I wanted to be Bushido Brown. Well, I am Bushido Brown, but there's another Bushido Brown, but I'm taking that name. I'm sorry. I have other aliases, but Bushido Brown will be mine. Me. I actually don't mind this. Like, just a nice chill Friday night, hanging out with you guys, just talking about random shit. Like, one day let's talk about each other's favorite podcasts. You know what I mean? Maybe we can introduce, like, each other to different things that people like talking about or whatever. Like, my favorite podcast, I'd probably have to say, hands down, is the Joe podcast. And you probably like, Joe Rogan. Yeah, he's Joe Rogan. No. Joe Budden. I watch the Joe Budden podcast faithfully. And that's not a promo for anything like that, but yeah, man. Joe Budden podcast. I've been watching since, I'll name this podcast later. You know what I mean? Back when Roy and Maul was still there. But, yeah, so favorite podcast, favorite anime, favorite, like, sports video game that's not really a sport type. I don't know, like Rocket League or Knockout League. What is it called? Knockout League, the dodgeball one. That I definitely want to get my hands on. So we're definitely gonna do that. We're gonna play that. Knockout League, and there was another one that was like, was it Destruction All Stars? It was supposed to be like the biggest thing out, but oh my god, did they shit the bed with that? Like, I hope they refunded anybody that pre-ordered that shit, because I believe it was supposed to be like a $60, $70 release, and then it ended up being like a PS Plus free joint. I think it's still free to play. So, yeah, nasty work, nasty business with that. Ugh. But games like that, like, I don't think I want to play 2K. As much as I love basketball, New York Knicks fan, played point guard my whole life growing up. Like, 2K is too watered down, too oversaturated. That's the word I'm looking for. And I definitely, like, that's not my type of stream. If I play 2K, it'll probably be on my own time with my friends. But, I definitely want to play, I think it's called Knockout All Stars, that dodgeball game. There's a couple dodgeball games out. There's a 2D joint. I think it's pixelated. You know, I love my pixels, obviously. But then there's a like a arena joint, 3D, like power ups and all kinds of cool shit. So, both of those are definitely gonna get checked out. Rocket League, I think I just missed the boat on that. If I do get Rocket League, I'm definitely getting a DeLorean, and if you ever see anybody playing Rocket League and DeLorean named Bushido, that's probably me, but it probably won't happen. I can't see that happen in the foreseeable future. But, oh my god, time is going by so fast. Elden Ring is coming. So, it's another question. How better to prepare for Elden Ring? Bloodborne or Dark Souls 3? Or Demon Souls, which I won't be able to play because I don't have a PlayStation 5 yet. But, that I feel like is a question for my next stream. How would you prepare for Elden Ring? You know, like, people are calling it like Dark Souls 4, but I don't know. It seems like you can, I guarantee you, they might have a hunter build, like something that you just, like, you don't need a shield, you be faster, roll fast, type of attacks that, like, you know what I mean? Dark Souls 3 was damn near, you could do that, but the shields did come in handy, and I'm pretty sure ain't gonna be no gun parry and fucking Elden Ring. So, yeah. How would you prepare for Elden Ring? Cause we're streaming the shit out of Elden Ring. My plan is to take at least 3-4 days off. Three, 4 days off, and we are gonna, yeah, man, go balls deep in the Elden Ring. I have questions. I need answers. And I know there's gonna be like all kinds of Easter eggs that probably has something to do with other From Software games, like Sekiro. Will there be a Sekiro 2? Maybe that question to be answered in Elden Ring. That game is so large, I believe that it's gonna be big enough to have like so much hidden things that everybody's gonna be looking for, and they're gonna come up with their own interpretations for Easter eggs and things that they find, and lore and dialogue and things. Like Elden Ring is gonna be different. And I still don't 100% understand understand George R.R. Martin's involvement, but so yeah, that's definitely gonna be things that need to be answered in the game that hopefully we can get some concrete answers to, because I definitely need to know something about definitely need to know something about Bloodborne. Are we getting a sequel? If not, was it Blue Point? Is Blue Point doing a sequel to Bloodborne 2? Because I believe PlayStation owns the rights. From Software was just like the creator publisher type shit, if I'm naming the titles correctly. But I know From Software made Bloodborne, but I don't think they made it for themselves and for them to have any ownership behind that title. I think that's just strictly a PlayStation game. And just like how remember that part in the Matrix where they were like, oh, this game is gonna get made or not, we don't care if the creators are involved, we own it, so we're gonna make it. Is that Sony and From Software having that conversation about Bloodborne? And I think that's what's happening. I mean, they tested the waters, and maybe they maybe From Software. Well, shit. I was gonna say maybe From Software has something to do with it, because they gave Blue Point Demon's Souls the remake, but I think Demon's Souls was also a fucking PlayStation exclusive. So again, that might be another situation where they didn't have a fucking choice, and that was just like the test the waters type thing, and it was successful. It's definitely one of the best games of 2021. There's just a lot of people are reluctant to give a remake game of the year. Even though I think did Resident Evil 2 or Final Fantasy 7 Remake, did either one of those win game of the year? I don't think they did. Resident Evil 2 I think came real fucking close, but I think that's the same year Sekiro came out, and Sekiro took over a lot of shit. But yeah, I think like as far as like accolades go for remakes, they don't really hand those out like that. But like look at Shadow of Colossus. The remake for that was fucking amazing too. Another Blue Point game. And I don't remember any. I mean, they got nods. They got nominations and shit, but I don't think either of these remakes, even Resident Evil 2, even though I think Resident Evil 2 might have been the closest one, or they might have won like on different award shows, smaller award shows, maybe not like the IGN or the VGAs. I don't think it won game of the year there. So yeah. Even with that being said, Demon's Souls was definitely top 5 video game to come out in 2021. I didn't even touch it, never even played it, not a second of it. But just looking at it, I remember seeing the first gameplay, I was fucking like just taken aback. Just at how like it just looked fluid. And I was in my head, I was comparing it not to Demon's Souls, the original Demon's Souls, because I never played Demon's Souls, either one. But I did play the first Dark Souls, and just looking at that compared to like the first Dark Souls, was like, shit, this is different. And Blue Point definitely didn't do. You could tell Blue Point didn't do like the Dark Souls remake or remaster. I think it was a remaster, it wasn't a remake, but either way. What they did with Demon's Souls was masterful, which is probably, if you see like in the next year or two an announcement for Bloodborne 2 from Software, will have nothing to do with it. It will most likely be a Blue Point Sony PlayStation project with maybe some input from Miyazaki. That's his baby. I think out of all these fucking games, Bloodborne is definitely his baby. Like, you know what I mean? Because I want to say Demon's Souls was like in the pre-stages of development before Miyazaki took it over, and then he just took over like Soulsborne games, period. So it was Demon's Souls, like the last 3/4 of Demon's Souls, or maybe like the last 80% of Demon's Souls is all Miyazaki. Dark Souls, Miyazaki. Dark Souls 2, no. I think what happened with Dark Souls 2 is the same thing that happened with fucking Devil May Cry 2. Perfect parallels. Even though some people say, or a lot of people say Dark Souls 2 isn't a bad game. It's just not. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not there. Devil May Cry 2 was a bad game. I played Devil May Cry 2. I played a couple seconds of Demon's Souls 2. I mean Dark Souls 2. Not knowing what the fuck I was doing at all. Didn't know how to equip a weapon. I was running around ass naked trying to punch wolves in the face and shit. What didn't work out. I turned that shit off. And then Bloodborne was like somewhat like so up my alley. I had to figure out how to play that shit. So that was the first game that I went to YouTube. Bloodborne was definitely the first game I went to YouTube, and like, yo, how do I equip my weapon? How do I find this? Like, I mean, because I didn't Bloodborne was the first time I was really exposed to a Miyazaki map. Those Miyazaki maps are different as fuck. They all like come around full circle most times, but yeah, it'll fuck you up. Especially like not playing Demon Souls, not playing Dark Souls, just jumping straight into Bloodborne. It was like, what the fuck? And if you're like a glutton for punishment like I am, like, there's no way you're not gonna enjoy Bloodborne. Because again, like Hollow Knight, Bloodborne is definitely one of those games where if you get hit, you got hit. The game didn't glitch. The fucking what we call the computer from the HUD when you play video games, man, the computer cheated. What we call the computer, it was just called something else right now. I'm high as fuck, and I can't think of the name. But yeah, whatever enemy you fighting, like, it's not doing nothing extra. It's not cheating. It's not doing no like out of nowhere attacks that you wouldn't expect. It's all like, you know what I mean, equal. So I forgot where I was going with that, but Bloodborne, to me, as punishing as it is, it's damn near a perfect game. Still stands the test of time. A remake would be gorgeous. Like, not even, I'll take a remake. Shit, some people just take a PC version and just like run with that. It would be alright. But a remake, remaster, or a sequel, anything Bloodborne, we'll eat it up. Which I heard HBO, again, back to HBO, I heard something in the news, well, I saw a thumbnail, something about Bloodborne actually getting an animated series, which, man, that will be like the perfect present. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like, don't let the world end before I get my Bloodborne animated series. And I need my Bloodborne animated series remake. I need like a real animated, like, I know nothing's like hand drawn anymore, but no CGI in my next Berserk, please. Unless it's like necessary. Like maybe like when Griffin becomes Fento, the Eclipse, maybe a little bit of CGI there. But other than that, man, Berserk needs no CGI. Like, we can Castlevania that out and be fine. So what you guys think, man? State of television. What's your favorite TV show? What are you waiting for? What's coming out? Let me know, because I'm dying to watch something new. But until next time, you guys enjoy your weekend and follow the hollow, man. I'm out. Wow.